1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Homer Blow, the legendary Homer Blow. Welcome into Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Again, I am the legendary Homer Blow, sub of the day, cousin sub of the day. I'm subbing for Dr. Ken Harris. Of course, make sure you go and support cousin subs. You know what I mean? Like, they got all of, I love cousin subs, by the way. Today, it's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster. And so because of that, I don't need you know, the difference between riding in a vehicle and riding a roller coaster. See, in a vehicle, you can just be buckled up, you know, so they'd be like, buckle up. But on a roller coaster, you got to be harnessed in. So that means, you know, they got to let the bars down and they got to make sure that they're locked in tight so nobody falls off. Because, yeah, follow me. But you bet not slip. Because other than that, you're going to learn today. And I have just sent to me, because charges were filed today, we've been hearing about Renisha Butcher, who ended up losing her life at Bar 107, and her sister, who was also shot. Renisha Butcher, 33 years young, and her sister, 30 years old, who is still currently in the hospital, to my last knowledge, fighting her gunshot wound or wounds. Well, the woman that is responsible, allegedly, that has been charged with this homicide and shooting, has officially been charged, and fresh off the press, of course, they ended up sending me the criminal complaint. So for those of you watching on YouTube, you'll see me or X 101.7 FM. Make sure you come. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube page here. But you will see me holding up the fresh off the press criminal complaint for that particular situation, and I will be reading that. Now, because, again, we have to make sure that we take care of our bills, we got to take care of our bills, it'll be in segments, so to speak. It'll be in segments, but you will end up hearing the complete criminal complaint. Certain things, of course, I will abbreviate And of course, all people that are involved, they also have just initials for those people who are in the criminal complaint. So, but you'll hear it pretty much 96 to 97% of its entirety. I will end up making, like I say, omissions where needed only because. But yeah, so hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Those of you who know me, you already know, be like, that's what he do. That's what he do. So shout out to everybody on our YouTube page. Remember to like and subscribe. So not only watch, but make sure you like and subscribe. Venus Jones, great afternoon. Lana Banana, great afternoon. Letitia Ward, great afternoon. Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great afternoon. Tanya, great afternoon. Just everybody. Tamisha Gilbert, great afternoon. Thank you for logging on to our YouTube page. And of course, if you're on X, and you can tune directly right in, of course, at 101.7 FM. So hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Yes, Tanya, I did hear about the fake GoFundMe page that somebody put up for Bernicia Butcher, and it was not something that was put up by her family. But you know, the scamming and the outrage for all of these things, we have to take action, because when we find out, and I'm thankful that a lot of people ended up absolutely reporting the fake page, and they listened to the family and the friends of Bernicia Butcher to learn that that was a fake page that was created, that was a fake GoFundMe, none of that money. And it had amassed a lot of money because, you know, people are emotional. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when they ended up hearing that, they wanted to do something. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted to, how can I support? How can I, you know, because of the devastation that we know that was for her children, her sister, and her family. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, like, you know, so for people to take advantage of people when they're going through things like this, it just goes to show you the mindset of us trying to take advantage of us. And I hope not only do they take it down, but the person gets exposed. We need to expose these people. We need to find out who they are. They need to be shamed. You know what I mean? All of that. And especially, and I think that it's somebody right here in our city. I don't think this is one of those overseas type scams or any of that. I think it's somebody that tried to take advantage of the situation, and it's not right. It is not right. And whatever you get coming to you, I believe that you should have coming to you. Like, just for real, like that's not cool. You know how some people say, man, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy and all of that kind of stuff. I'd wish it on them, you know, because I don't feel that way about, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Yes, I would. I'd rather know that somebody else that is out here doing nothing but, you know, trying to be a menace or a disturbance in our life and in our community, that they end up being debilitated by having an illness, or they have to deal with cancer, or they have to deal with something like that, instead of some people that we know are great people, some of our loved ones, our mothers, fathers, grandparents, our sons, daughters, yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Having to go through it, and we out here just trying to live our life and do the best that we can living our life, but they out here on a whole nother level doing craziness. You know what I mean? So yeah, with situations like that, I absolutely, I'm not that one that's going to be like, well, I wouldn't wish that. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts, hashtag they going to learn today. They going to learn today. So again, I want you to buckle up. I won't even start it until I come back from, you know, the first break that'll be coming up shortly. But yeah, I just want to make sure that you are prepared to hear, you know, because, you know, you hear a lot of different things. I'm one that I stand on making sure that I get receipts. So if I got the receipts, now if the receipt is wrong, okay, then I can handle that, and I can come back and I can say, hey, listen, the receipts were all wrong. They gave me the wrong receipt, this, that, and the other. But you hear a lot of different stories. There are 8 million stories in the naked city, and sometimes the only one is right is one. So I'm going to read the official criminal charges and the criminal complaint, and we're going to take our information from that. So yeah, hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Make sure you tune in, log on. And again, when you're on our YouTube page, hit that like button, hit the like button, and subscribe to our YouTube page. Again, we appreciate that, and it makes us feel so great because we know that you're supporting in Truth Nation. You know, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate when I'm in. I am the cousin sub of the day. Get it? Sub. I'm subbing, filling in for Dr. Ken Harris, who is out on assignment. So, but we're gonna get our work on. We're gonna get our work on, and we're gonna get ready to take care of some bills in just a minute. And remember the Truth Talk text line 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. So if you have questions or comments, and again, what I will say is while I'm in the midst of reading the criminal complaint, I'm thinking more closer to the second hour closer to that we'll be able to actually start dialoguing on it after you end up hearing all of the details that are in the criminal complaint, and we can have that discussion. So I moved some things around that I was going to talk about, especially when they sent it to me, because I was waiting to get this type of definitive type of information that I get when I get the criminal complaint. So that's what I wait on. That's what I end up making my moves from and making my moves on. So when I get that, then I'm like, okay, I can stand behind it. I can feel confident. But if I do make a mistake, I am man enough to always come back and admit my mistake. Glenn, how you doing before we go to break, man?
I'm good, man. Life is always good. It's a blessing whenever I get to open my eyes.
Okay. All right. What about when you sleep?
That's peacetime, too.
No, you said when you open your eyes, it's a blessing. So you ain't blessed when you sleep?
You
okay, man. Okay, I'm just saying. You just said when your eyes open. I'm just saying, so what do you say to Stevie Wonder? Okay, man, I ain't going to hold you up like that. Homer Blow, the legendary Homer Blow. I am the cousin sub of the day, subbing for Dr. Ken Harris. Remember, I'll be going into the criminal complaint when we get black. The number to call in is 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. While you're there, hit that like and subscribe button. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Homer Blow on 1017 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Join your boy Tory Lowe and the Truth Team for our community cleanup on Saturday, April 12th. Go to truthcommunitycleanup.com to sign up to volunteer at one of our 3 cleanup locations. Everyone who joins gets a free lunch provided by Cousin Subs. Register today by visiting truthcommunitycleanup.com. Bring the whole family to help clean our city. The Tory Lowe Cleanup is presented by 1MKE and sponsored by Cousin Subs, Ray's Coca-Cola, Landmark Credit Union, U.S. Cellular, and Waste Management.
President Trump and Elon Musk are forcing radical changes in Washington, from stopping payments for health care and threatening to restrict abortion rights to accessing Americans' private information. With Washington out of control, who we elect to the Wisconsin Supreme Court could be the last line of defense of our rights. The ACLU Voter Education Fund does not endorse or oppose candidates, but wants you to cast an informed vote in the Wisconsin Supreme Court election. So where do the candidates land on issues like abortion? Brad Schimmel stated he supports banning abortion. Susan Crawford successfully protected abortion rights while representing Planned Parenthood in Wisconsin. We need a Wisconsin Supreme Court that can be a check and balance to protect us when our rights are threatened at the federal level. On April 1st, Wisconsin voters will make a critical decision about the future of abortion in our state. To learn more about the Wisconsin Supreme Court candidates, visit aclu.org/WI2025. Paid for by ACLU Voter Education Fund, 212-549-2500. Not authorized by any candidate or candidate's agent or committee.
ACLU Voter Education Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, it's time for a mandate. We Energies has raised rates 7 times in the last 12 years, and now they're planning new gas plants and extending the life of old coal plants in Oak Creek. That's an investment scheme where only shareholders win. We need a mandate. No new power plants or coal extensions until affordability is guaranteed for all. Join us at the public hearing on Tuesday, March 25th at 1 p.m. at the Oak Creek Community Center Ballroom. It's time to show up, speak out, and demand change. Milwaukee, let's make our voices heard.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, the Gruber Law Offices presents Analysis Live is Black, and it takes place on Saturday, March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join Thanasis Antetokounmpo for a live show that is going to entertain fans like none other, with special guest Brandon Jennings and so many more surprise guests who will be joining Thanasis Live. Get your tickets now for Thanasis Live on March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel by visiting ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter for event and ticket information. Excitement and entertainment you can't get anywhere else. Welcome back to Truth in the Afternoon on 101.7 The Truth with Dr. Ken Harris, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow, a.k.a. Cousin Sub of the Day. I'm subbing. I be subbing. Okay, so right now I'm going to start this criminal complaint. For those of you who didn't hear during the first part, or you're just joining us, the Renisha Butcher, who was murdered at Bar 107 from an incident that started inside of Bar 107, and she was outside, and but you'll hear the details of where she was and in her vehicle and all of that. I will break it down into segments, and then again, I definitely want to hear your thoughts. I'll try to get as much in before we hit our next commercial break, and then I'll come back and I'll continue according to where I am. So buckle up now, buckle up. And remember, the views and opinions expressed on this particular show does not reflect that of Good Karma Brand or The Truth, but are the sole comments of the hosts and guests of this particular show. All of the information I am disseminating is already of public record, so I am not sharing any information that is not already of public record. And if you are immediate family or friends of the defendant who is charged in this particular criminal complaint, or you are immediate family or friends of the victims of this particular criminal complaint, again, I remind you, all of the information I am disseminating is already of public record, so I'm not sharing any information that is not something that is open for the public. With that being said, starting out, State of Wisconsin versus April Jamil Mueller. Date of birth 10/10/75 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She's charged with 2 counts. Count 1, first-degree reckless homicide, use of a dangerous weapon. The above-named defendant, on or about Sunday, March 16th, 2025, at 8760 North 107th Street in the city of Milwaukee, did recklessly cause the death of BB, which we know is Bernicia Butcher now, another human being, under circumstances which showed utter disregard for human life. It's a Class B felony. The defendant may be sentenced to a term of imprisonment not to exceed 60 years, and also the Wisconsin statute 5-year penalty enhancer for using a dangerous weapon. Count 2, first-degree reckless injury, use of a dangerous weapon. This is for, she did recklessly cause great bodily harm to BAB, who is the younger sister of Bernicia Butcher, another human being, under circumstances which showed utter disregard for human life. Class D felony, $100,000 fine, in prison not more than 25 years or both, and that 5-year penalty enhancer. Probable cause. Officers stated that on March 16th, 2025, at approximately 1:45 a.m., he was dispatched to Bar 107, located at 8775 North 107th Street in the city and county of Milwaukee. The officer stated that when he arrived on scene, he observed a white sedan that appeared to have crashed into a parked vehicle on the east side of North 107th Street, across the street from Bar 107. The officer stated that civilians on scene informed him that a woman had been shot in the neck and directed him to the entryway of Bar 107. The officer stated that when he arrived to the entryway of Bar 107, he located the victim, the younger sister, VAB, who appeared to have multiple gunshot wounds, including one to her neck. The officer stated that he approached her and applied pressure to her neck and wound until paramedics arrived. The officer stated that he attempted to gather information about the shooting from BAB, but she was unable to respond. The officer stated he then rode in the ambulance with BAB to the hospital, and that BAB stated that a woman had shot her from another vehicle. The officer stated that when they arrived to the hospital, BAB was treated for her injuries, and doctors informed him that she had sustained 4 gunshot wounds, 1 to her right triceps, 1 to her left earlobe, and 2 to her right clavicle. The officer stated that BAB also sustained nerve damage to her right arm due to these gunshot wounds. The detective stated that he responded to the scene shortly thereafter and conducted a further investigation. The detective stated that when he arrived on scene, he located the white sedan, which was a Volkswagen Jetta. The detective stated that in the driver's seat of the Jetta, he located a second shooting victim, BB, who was BAB's older sister. The detective stated that BB had sustained a gunshot wound to the head and died as a result of this injury. The detective stated that BB was positioned in the driver's seat as if she had been driving at the time the Jetta crashed into a parked vehicle on the east side of North 107th Street. The detective stated that he observed that the Jetta's front passenger window was shattered, but he did not observe any bullet strikes to the vehicle. The detective stated that he located a slightly deformed bullet fragment on the rear passenger floorboard of the Jetta. Another detective stated that he responded to the scene and collected surveillance video from Bar 107, which captured portions of the incident. The detective stated that the video shows that prior to the shooting, the Jetta is parked on the east side of North 107th Street, facing northbound. It was parked directly in front of the Jetta is a dark SUV, which was subsequently identified as a gray Nissan Murano, and the detective stated that the video shows the Jetta's headlights illuminate, and moments later, so do those from the Nissan. The Jetta then pulls up immediately next to the driver's side of the Nissan. The video shows that moments later, the Jetta began to drive forward and almost immediately crashed into a parked vehicle. The Nissan then drives away from the scene. The video shows the Jetta come to rest in the same location where the detective located it when he arrived to the scene. Approximately 30 seconds later, the video shows BAB exit the passenger side of the Jetta and stumble to the grassy median on North 107th Street, 107th Street, where she then collapses. Approximately 1 minute later, BAB can be observed clutching her neck while she walks to the Bar 107 entryway. Just keeping up with my clock here. It drives to the Bar 107 entranceway. Another officer stated that approximately an hour and a half after the shooting, he was informed that a witness, PG, called 911 to report that she was in the above-described Nissan at the time of the shooting, and the officer stated that he responded to PG's home and learned that PG and her fiancé, IB, were both in the Nissan at the time of the shooting. A detective then interviewed PG and IB separately. The detective stated that PG stated that earlier that night, she and her fiancé had plans to go out to a bar with another friend, BS. PG stated BS drove she and IB to the Bar 107 in the above-described Nissan. PG stated that BS's mother, April Mueller, the above-named defendant, as well as a fifth woman who would later be identified as AS, joined them in the Nissan and at Bar 107. PG stated that while they were at Bar 107, there was a fight that, page 2, there was a fight that caused security to kick everyone out, but that none of the above-described women were involved in that fight, which is basically saying that Bernicia Butcher had nothing to do with it. Her sister, her younger sister, 30 years old, BAB, had nothing to do with this incident. And again, just and keeping up with my clock, again, I told you I'll have to do this in segments. So just prepare yourselves, and I'll come back and pick up right where I left off, where it said they were not involved in that fight. Again, you are listening to your sub of the day, your cousin sub of the day. It's Home of Blow. I'm your sub of the day, holding it down for Dr. Ken Harris. We're talking about the criminal complaint for April Mueller, who has been charged for the murder of Bernicia Butcher. And, of course, the number to call in, 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. While you're there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We'll have more conversation and the criminal complaint on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Home of Blow on 1017 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Truth Nation, gear up for a great time as Sports Milwaukee hosts Milwaukee Tailgate Week, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Set for April 24th to the 26th, Milwaukee Tailgate Week features a variety of gridiron activations for all ages, steeped in Milwaukee's iconic sports history, attractions, brews, restaurants, and venues. As the 2025 draft takes center stage in Green Bay, Sports Milwaukee and the Cream City are excited to welcome the football world back to Wisconsin. For tickets, go to visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate. Brought to you by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Keep your business safe, secure, and spotless with the Omega Security Guard and Cleaning Team. Proudly located in Milwaukee and female-owned, Omega delivers professional security and tailored cleaning services to meet your needs. Whether it's event security or a custom cleaning plan, their dedicated team goes above and beyond to exceed your expectations. Because at Omega, they're not just your service provider, they're your partner in peace of mind. Contact Omega Security Guard today or online at omegasecurityguard.com. Omega Security Guard and Cleaning, protecting what matters most.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Northbound 43, we are seeing delays coming from about Kilbourne all the way up to Keefe. The southbound side slowing down from Fond du Lac Avenue down through and over the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94, a little heavy from 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound's looking pretty good, just a little tight right through the stadium interchange itself. And then on southbound 41, heavy from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Hampton. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, mainly clear and cool, a low of 29. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and windy. Chance for afternoon showers, a high of 54. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The 38-30 Milwaukee Bucks will look to get back into the win column tonight. Head coach Doc Rivers discussing one of the issues facing his team.
We're in an offensive funk right now, and we have to get out of it. We'll work our way out of it.
They'll see if they can work their way out of it tonight in L.A. Tip-off is set for 9:30 against the Lakers. Over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers beat the White Sox in spring training on Wednesday by a final of 5-4.
3-1. Fly ball right field. It is back and gone. Tyler Black with a 3-run homer to give the Brewers the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And lastly, the NCAA tournament will tip off today. Marquette set to play Friday night against New Mexico. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Something for my godson Elijah and a little girl named Corinne. Some say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots. I give my heart to my sisters.
Truth Nation, our 4th annual Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is on Saturday, April 12th from 8 a.m. to noon, and we want you to be there. Go to truthcommunitycleanup.com to sign up to volunteer to help keep Milwaukee clean. Everyone who registers for the last cleanup site will get a free lunch provided by Cousin Subs. Register today at truthcommunitycleanup.com to clean and beautify our city together. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup on Saturday, April 12th from 8 a.m. to noon is presented by 1MKE. We are 1MKE. And sponsored by Cousin Subs, Ray's Coca-Cola, and Landmark Credit Union and Waste Management. Welcome back to Truth in the Afternoon on 101.7 The Truth with Dr. Ken Harris. I am your cousin sub of the day. Home blow, because I'm subbing. We are live from the American Family Insurance Studio in the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. And, of course, right now we are in the midst of going through the details of the official criminal complaint for April Jamil Mueller, who has been charged with the homicide of Renisha Butcher. So last left off talking about it caused security to kick everyone out, but that none of the above described women were involved in that fight. So they were not even involved in the fight. PG stated that after they exited Bar 107, she, IB, BS, and the defendant returned to BS's Nissan. PG stated that she and IB got into the rear of the vehicle. BS got into the driver's seat and the defendant got into the front passenger seat. PG stated that after they got into the vehicle, but before they pulled away, she observed that a white sedan, the above described Jetta, pulled up along the driver's side of BS's Nissan. PG stated that BS then began to speak to the occupants of the Jetta. PG stated that the defendant then pointed a gun at the occupants of the Jetta and fired multiple times out of the driver's side window of the Nissan. PG stated that BS then drove away and yelled at her mother, the defendant asking her why had she done that. Why did you do that? PG stated that BS then drove her and IB home and dropped them off. PG stated that she and BS later communicated by text message. PG showed the detective her phone, which showed messages that PG had received from BS. These messages included the following text messages statements from BS. My mama just killed somebody. My mama killed somebody. The girl died and somebody shot in the neck. I don't know why she did that. When I was talking to them, literally like, what the F and how many times did my mom shoot? PG then reviewed a photo array and identified the defendant as the shooter. The detective stated that when he spoke with IB, she provided a substantially similar statement, but added that she recalled that the defendant retrieved the firearm from the armrest next to the front passenger seat prior to firing it. IB further stated that after the shooting, the defendant stated, I thought those were the that were trying to get us. IB stated that the defendant and BS argued about the shooting as BS drove them home. IB also reviewed a photo array and identified the defendant as the shooter. Another detective stated that he and other officers subsequently responded to BS's residence and executed a search warrant. The detective stated that upon searching the residence, officers located a Taurus 9mm handgun inside a green purse. The detective stated that officers also located a gray Nissan Murano SUV parked on the residence parking slab. The detective stated that a search of that vehicle resulted in the recovery of a single spent 9mm casing on the front passenger floorboard. Another detective stated that he subsequently interviewed BS. BS stated that prior to the shooting, she drove PG and IB and the defendant and AS to Bar 107 in the above described gray Nissan Murano SUV. BS stated that at Bar 107, she saw the victims, BB and BAB, who she knew to be AS's cousins. BS stated that after security removed everyone from the bar, she, PG, IB, and the defendant went back to the Nissan, and after they got in, a white sedan, BB's Jetta, pulled up next to them. BS stated that AS then exited the Jetta and got into the Murano, and BS stated that the defendant then retrieved a firearm and fired multiple times towards the Jetta. Another detective stated that in a subsequent interview, BS stated that the Taurus 9mm handgun that was located in her home was the gun that the defendant used to fire shots at the Jetta. A preliminary forensic analysis determined that the above described Taurus 9mm discharged the casing located on the front passenger floorboard of the Nissan Murano. Another detective stated that he interviewed AS. AS confirmed that BB and BAB are her cousins and that she was driven to Bar 107 by BS. AS also confirmed that BS's mother, the defendant, was the front passenger, and two other women who she didn't know, PG and IG, were also in the vehicle. AS stated that after everyone left the bar, she got separated from BS, so she walked to the Jetta with BB and BAB. AS stated that BS's Nissan Murano was parked in front of the Jetta, and going to the next page here, and we're almost at the end, and that before BB pulled off, she observed that BS had returned to the car, so BB pulled up alongside it with the intention of letting AS get out of the Jetta and into the Nissan. AS stated that when the cars were next to each other, she got out of the passenger side of the Jetta and began to walk around the rear of the Murano to get in. AS stated that as she was walking around the Murano, she heard multiple gunshots in close proximity. Officers stated that at approximately 8:30 a.m. on March 18, 2025, he located and arrested the defendant who was hiding out in a hotel room. End of complaint. Crazy. Had nothing to do with it. A cousin of them was in the Jetta. got out to get in the Nissan Murano SUV, didn't even make it to the car. So it's like, see, this is why my sternness and my hard-nosedness on a lot of these kind of subjects and situations are the way they are, because there's no reason that Renisha Butcher should be dead and her younger sister should still be dealing with the injuries of her being shot multiple times. Like, for real. You know, like, talk about since, right, Larethia Jones, great afternoon. Telling you, say, whoa, hiding out in the hotel room, but Homer. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, like, this is all crazy. This is all so crazy. I just, you know, these are the type of things that should, you know, bother our community. I mean, like, a lot of the senseless violence is just that. Senseless violence. That woman was not in any imminent danger. So for her to even retrieve a firearm and then reach outside of the window of the Nissan Murano that she was in and fire shots, multiple shots. You know, it's crazy. Tanya, those were in a text message to a person when she said that my mama just shot somebody. She was talking to somebody in a text message when she made that statement. Give me your thoughts and opinions, 833-212-1017. The Truth Talk text lines are open. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions of this. Again, it definitely rocked our community. I'm happy to know that the owner surrendered his license. There's been so many shootings and homicides associated with Bar 107 that if they would have, you know, and I'm happy to see the 9th District Alderwoman Larissa Taylor making a firm stance out the gate. You feel what I'm saying? Made a firm stance out the gate that this would not be tolerated and that she recognized different events that was taking place in that area. So, but we'll come back and we'll talk about it again. You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Of course, the number to call in, 833-212-1017. Remember, you can stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. And while you're there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, shall I say. I am the legendary Homer Blow on 1017 The Truth. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live is back. March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join Thanasis Adetokunbo for a live show that's sure to entertain like none other. Last year, it was a surprise appearance from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. You never know what Thanasis has planned for 2025. Get your tickets to Thanalysis Live right now. Visit ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter for event and ticket info. It's Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Carbliss. Also supported by the Prisoner Wine Company and McDonald's.
On April 1st, we have a choice to make. Donald Trump wants us to elect Brad Schimmel to the Supreme Court. Elon Musk's even spending millions to elect him because they know Schimmel will do whatever they want, even if that means letting them cut health care and food for hungry kids or eliminate the Department of Education. That's why we need to vote for Judge Susan Crawford.
I'm Judge Susan Crawford. As a former prosecutor and now as a judge, I've made sure rapists, murderers, and child predators were behind bars where they belong. And I trust women to make their own healthcare decisions. Brad Schimmel doesn't, but I always will. And that's why I'm asking for your vote.
That's Judge Susan Crawford, protecting our rights, our families, and our community. So on April 1st, help keep Trump and Musk in check. Go to the polls and vote for Judge Susan Crawford for Supreme Court. Make the right choice. Vote Susan Crawford on April 1st. Paid for by Susan Crawford for Wisconsin.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
And if I get rocked for my kids, that real. Even though what we do is wrong, we still hustle till the sun come up. Crack a 40 when the sun go down. It's a cold winter. Y'all better bundle up, and I better be a hotter summer. Grab a onion just to rock it down. You hot now, listen up. Don't you know cops' sole purpose is to lock us down and throw away the king? But without this drug, your kids ain't got no way to eat, huh? We still
welcome back to Truth in the Afternoon on 1017 The Truth with Dr. Ken Harris, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the sub of the day, cousin sub of the day. I'm subbing for Dr. Ken Harris, who's out on assignment, and this is brought to you by Cousins Subs. All right. So again, I've finished reading the criminal complaint for April Jamil Hill. Yeah. Miller. April Jamil Miller, like the beer. So I want to get your thoughts and comments on this. I won't blame you to say that it seems like some type of conspiracy theory. You feel what I'm saying? Dr. Clarissa Lawrence said, hey, that's one of my favorite. I love that. That's why I let it play a little bit. That's why I let it play. Glenn, thank you, man. That's one of them ones, man, that even the people that ain't got a neck, you know, some people that don't have necks, so they had to, like, turn all the way this way. Be like, I'm going to turn this way. What you say? Oh, okay. All right, where you at? Stop moving. Stand still. But if you got a neck, you know, it's going to make you bob your head. It's going to make you bob your head. But the lines are open, and I definitely want to hear from you, your thoughts and opinions on this, because, again, it definitely shook the city, as well as, you know, spread abroad to where different people were talking about it and wondering what the hell happened. How could something like this take place, and all of those things? Where was security? Where was this? Where was that? So I want to hear from you at 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talk and text line. And, of course, speaking of our YouTube page, make sure when you're there, you like and subscribe to the YouTube page. We appreciate that. And Tanya says something happened. Then in the police report, they say the girl was telling people my mama just shot somebody. So that was in this particular criminal complaint. It said PG stated that when she was speaking to a detective, that PG stated that she and BS later communicated by text message. They were both in the vehicle. BS was the driver. And she said she showed the detective the messages and said it showed PG had received from BS. These messages included the following text message statements from BS. BS said, my mama just killed somebody. My mama killed somebody. The girl died and somebody is shot in the neck. I don't know why she did that. When I was talking to them, literally, like what the, and how many times did my mom shoot? PG then reviewed a photo array and identified the defendant as the shooter. So that's where that verbiage came in as it relates to the official criminal complaint. Larethia Jones said, rather they exchange words or not. Venus Jones said, I can remember going out to bars/clubs back in the day and never once had a concern about whether I was going to make it home safely. This world has taken a very sad turn. Yeah, love and respect is not prevalent the way that it used to be. You know, even back in the day, you could not like somebody, I mean to say, and still not take these extreme type of measures. It seems like in my city that is the first mode that they go to now. It's like, forget everything else. Let's go to shooting, and let's shoot. It's no let's fist fight it out. Let's just have an argument and let it be an argument, and it's over with. Nope. And I also don't understand about the way that some of the people in this generation operate. If there was a confrontation, you didn't have to tell me or anybody else, let's go. We were leaving. We were not trying to stand around. We weren't trying to film it. I don't care if we would have had cell phones. We wouldn't have been around trying to film it. We were going to say, it's time to go. If it was some girlfriends together, they're going to be like, girl, let's go. They fighting or they about to start fighting. We were proactive about the situations. I don't understand where we at with this, where now everybody just wants to be a part of it. They want to wait around, and in this mutated era right now that there's going to be some gunshots happening. There's going to be some gunshots. And so why would I just wait? And then when you hear the gunshots, the people that are filming talking about, oh, they shooting. Surprise. Are you really surprised that they're shooting? It has been an unfortunate common thing when we get into a lot of these situations. Instead of just fighting it out and taking your butt whooping and that's it. No, I got to get my lick black, but not in the sense of the physical sense of me putting my hands on you, you getting these paws. No, I have to go to the extreme and try to take your life. And the same people that do those things, they don't stand up and wait for law enforcement to come. So when people say, well, people got mental health issues. Yeah, it's mental health issues. But this woman knew exactly what the hell she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. Because guys, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's hide at a hotel. She went to hide at a hotel. So why would you hide at a hotel? If you were so brazen to do what you did, why didn't you just stay there and take what you had rightfully coming to you? Why didn't you stay on the scene? Why do we have to use tax dollars to try to find you? Why do we have to execute search warrants to find evidence? I think, you want to be big and bold and bad and act like, oh, you got it like that, this, that, and the other. Come on now. I'm just saying. And this is why, I feel like a lot of these punishments, they need to be tougher. And if you don't want to deal with it, don't be a criminal. Don't do criminal acts. It's crazy. It is so crazy. I'm just like, stop it. Stop it. Renisha Butcher is the victim of the homicide. Her 30-year-old sister is the initials BAB. So, but yeah, this is too much. Tanya said, one look and we knew it was happening. It was time to go. Right. And Tanya said, sound like the mama was on something that the daughter wasn't aware of. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because she seemed like she was, definitely on one. She was on one. She was on one. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts, hashtag you gonna learn today. You're going to learn today. Let's get ready to go to the Truth Talk text lines. We've got Brian from Milwaukee. Welcome to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, who's on assignment. I'm the legendary Home Blow. What's your comments, man, on this situation?
My comment is just a shame. That's my comment. My comment is it's just a shame. For all these females to crash out like that, and I hate using these young folks' term crash out like that, the bottom line is these people are all somewhat related to each other.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're all related. I don't know if they're second cousins, third cousins, some kind of way. Those people are related to each other. But the real bad thing about it is, why did this woman snap? Either she was on something before she went to the club, or she was on something during the time that she was at the club, saw the gun, and wanted to play like, I guess, dirty, I wouldn't say Dirty Harry, but Dirty Mary.
Right.
This is a mental problem. This is a complete mental breakdown. This is a person snapping mentally, and there's no logic to this, because this is mental retardation to the nth degree. This is evil. This is the devil. Maybe the devil took over her, or some demon took over her. But whatever liquor she was drinking, or whatever weed she was smoking, or whatever drug she was on, it caused her to do some devilish stuff.
Yep. I got to get ready to go to my break, Brian. I appreciate your call. Remember, we're talking about the Renisha Butcher homicide and her sister, who's still in the hospital, as last I know. So we want to hear from you. 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. While you're there, hit that like and subscribe button. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Home Blow, the Cousins sub of the day, brought to you by Cousins on 1017 The Truth. We'll be back.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very rewarding. It can be very challenging, too. Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide, but finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Every morning when I wake up, money on my mind, go time to get kicked up. Sunshine coming through my blinds, I'm living, but really though, it's never enough. 10 billion, that's a must. Living in California, everybody wanna visit for.
Welcome back to Truth in the Afternoon on 1017 The Truth with Dr. Ken Harris, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow. And for Dr. Ken Harris, who is on assignment, I am Cousin Sub of the Day. I'm subbing for Dr. Ken Harris, and is brought to you by Cousin Sub. Again, the number to call in, I definitely want to hear about your thoughts and opinions on this situation, and shout out to everybody on the YouTube page that are commenting, and I'm trying to make sure that I get all of your commentary in. But while you're here on the YouTube page, please remember to like and subscribe the page. We appreciate that. The number to call in and the Truth Talk text line is 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. Definitely want to hear from you, our community, those people who we live in this city and surrounding areas of the city, and these things affect us mentally as well, because you're thinking about Renisha Butcher, mother of four, businesswoman, business owner, running her own daycare center and learning center. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just taken away. And from what family members were saying, she just recently moved black here and started these businesses, and loved her children, and also had a learning center, daycare, like gone. 33 years young, gone. And I don't know, like I just it bothers me with the way that we talk about something for a minute and then we don't hear anything else. Nobody says anything else. You talking about a situation that happened even at Deneen Park. 3 people shot. 2 of them died. I ain't even hearing nobody talk about it anymore. It's the numbness. You feel what I'm saying? The numbness that some people are, or I don't know if it's the coping mechanism to try to just mentally block it out that it happened. But these are people who have lost their lives. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I mean, they're dead. And outside of some people who are just the immediate family members, it's like, okay, let's talk about whatever else is coming up now, though. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's the mental escapism that some people are doing. That's more disturbing to me, because we can act like we're upset and we're in an uproar and this shouldn't happen and this, that, and the other. And then 2 weeks later, you know, be like, oh, what? You know, so I'm like, should that be considered normal? No, it's not. Just because a lot of these things have become so common, we have to stop taking this stuff and acting like it is normal, because it's not. Tanya said, prime example, have you ever been somewhere when somebody is just staring you down or mugging you for no reason, and you see the whole facial structure change? This sounds like one of those moments. Absolutely. And, you know, salute to PG, who was in the car, obviously, with her fiance, because she's the one that ended up calling and saying, look, I know I was in that Nissan Murano SUV. I was in there. And I need to tell y'all, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I know who did it. Because a lot of situations, you know, we trying to find out. We're trying to find out. We're trying to find out. Nobody wants to say anything. Nobody wants to, you know, but we have to understand just how important it is. Law enforcement can only do so much. They need the assistance of us in the community, because we can't wait until it happens to somebody in our family to now get so dedicated and somebody knows something, somebody needs to do this, somebody needs to do that. No, I mean, if we want to try to put a stop to it, if we want to make some changes, we got to do some things. We got to end up doing our part, no matter how small it may seem, you know, because these cameras are solving these shootings and homicides a lot of times. The law enforcement getting access and going down the block, and detectives looking down the block and at buildings and seeing who has cameras, and then knocking on some doors and like, okay, we'd like to see your camera footage and things to that nature. And this is what's solving a lot of these crimes. Greg Reed on the Truth Talk text line said, so you saying this woman was 50 years plus old? She need to be hung. You know, something has to give, and we need to make sure that we talk to our loved ones and our relatives and sons and daughters, be like, look, it ain't about trying to be in the mix. If you already know, once you see something, get out the way. Like, haven't you seen the outcome? You putting yourself in harm's way by staying there or standing around trying to watch the situation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, hashtag that part, hashtag facts. You know, it is it is crazy. It is crazy, people. It is crazy that we are not doing some of the things that we can do to try to change the narrative. And we're going to continue to hear this craziness. We're going to continue to see these type of situations. Like I say, it wasn't about gathering around to just stay, because we're not in a fair fight society or fair fight world anymore. We're not. If you think we are in a fair fight world now, nah. Nope. You need to make you an appointment to see a therapist. You need to make you an appointment, you know, because if you really, truly believe that, then, yeah, there's some things that are going wrong with you. It's like a dog that is snarling and growling at you, and they talk about he don't bite or she don't bite. As long as that dog got teeth, they can bite. You know, I don't want to be your victim of, he ain't never bit nobody before. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that first one. Glenn, you want to be the first one?
Not at all.
Man, he don't bang nobody.
Hell no.
Right. I'm just saying, you're going to learn today. We're going to go to the Truth Talk text lines. We've got Kathy on the line. Kathy from Milwaukee, great evening. Love you, appreciate you. What's your thoughts and comments on this particular subject?
Homer, just love to hear you on the radio. I'm glad you're on here. You know what? I have to think back and say, you're welcome. What was going on with the lady that shot her? Now, I understand that the young lady did go out to her car with, her family member, her sister. But what was the point of the lady shooting? Were they get into it? They seen somebody they knew? I mean, the lady had enough sense to leave out of the building because of whatever she was leaving out for, the threat. What was the point of this other person going out there shooting her? What were they getting into? What was it all about? Anybody know?
In the criminal complaint, all it says is, like, when it was talking to, as it relates to her, said that she thought she was talking stuff about her. They use other.
So you decided to go to Kachita.
They use other colorful language, in the criminal complaint. But yeah, she
thought. They know each other.
She thought. Oh well, okay. You gotta look at it like the cousin. The cousin was in the Nissan. The cousin, and then PG, the one. Listen, this is like it's a weird situation where it was a cousin that ended up came up there because they know they like to party, like to hang out. There was a fight that happened on the inside of Bar 107. It had nothing to do with Renisha Butcher or her younger sister, B.A.B. They weren't involved in the arguments. They weren't involved in the fight. They just was in their car. One of the people that was in the car had ended up getting in the Jetta with them. And then when the Nissan pulled up, the Nissan stopped there. So the girl that was in their car, Bernice's vehicle, could get out and come get Black into the Nissan Murano. So while she's walking around to get into the car, multiple gunshots are ringing out. But then she still went on and got in the car, and then the Nissan pulled off.
But, whoa, you can't even put that together, can you?
It's weird.
So were they looking for somebody in this Nissan and seen somebody who they claimed they wanted to bother with? It doesn't make sense, but make it make sense. But you know what, Homer? This is just like this is craziness. These people are very dysfunctional, but it sounds like the thing in River West. I mean, I live on the east side. They've been robbing River West for years. And a friend of mine was in that restaurant when they got robbed. A mom, 37 years old, with her 2 kids. Her brain of 11-year-old, and you're gonna teach kids this, and now you got grown folks doing that. And then they want to blame it all on the school. No, this is toxic. There's something wrong with these people, and you can't even fix them with drugs. There's something wrong. What is your social life really like? Take your ass to the zoo, or to the library somewhere, or go down by the lake. I mean, what do you do all day?
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? What do you do all day that you got a brain that they work all day? If I worked all day and go to the store and get my family together, I don't have time to come out with stuff like this. And you got guns.
Right.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And I don't understand this. Then people want to wonder why they want to cut everybody off for Social Security and disability. And they doing you no good anyway. I don't really understand what's going on in this world anymore. Over nothing. Who wants to go to Kachita over shooting somebody?
Hey, listen, these people. Thank you for the call, Kathy. I got to get ready to take care of some bills. You know how that go. Of course, we're talking about the Renisha Butcher homicide that took place at Bar 107. And, of course, her sister, B.A.B., who was also shot multiple times. And so the number to call in and leave your comments on the Truth Talk text line, 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. While you're there, hit that like and subscribe button. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Homer Blow. I'm the cousin sub of the day on 1017 The Truth. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
President Trump and Elon Musk are forcing radical changes in Washington, from stopping payments for health care and threatening to restrict abortion rights to accessing Americans' private information. With Washington out of control, who we elect to the Wisconsin Supreme Court could be the last line of defense of our rights. The ACLU Voter Education Fund does not endorse or oppose candidates, but wants you to cast an informed vote in the Wisconsin Supreme Court election. So where do the candidates land on issues like abortion? Brad Schimmel stated he supports banning abortion. Susan Crawford successfully protected abortion rights while representing Planned Parenthood in Wisconsin. We need a Wisconsin Supreme Court that can be a check and balance to protect us when our rights are threatened at the federal level. On April 1st, Wisconsin voters will make a critical decision about the future of abortion in our state. To learn more about the Wisconsin Supreme Court candidates, visit aclu.org/WI2025. Paid for by ACLU Voter Education Fund, 212-549-2500. Not authorized by any candidate or candidate's agent or committee.
ACLU Voter Education Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Milwaukee, there are two ways to get things done, and they both take time. One is a request, and the other is a mandate. We Energies has raised rates 7 times in the last 12 years, and now they're planning new gas plants and extending the life of old coal plants in Oak Creek. We need a mandate. No new power plants or coal extensions until affordability is guaranteed for all. Join us at the public hearing on Tuesday, March 25th at 1 p.m. at the Oak Creek Community Center Ballroom. It's time to show up, speak out, and demand change. Milwaukee, let's make our voices heard.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call, and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call, and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call, and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" father.
I want to send this out to all the short people. I want to send it out to all the short people. I want to send it out to the physically height challenged people. You wish you were a little taller. You know what I'm saying? Now let's just slide. That is, you know, like you ain't like Thanasis. You ain't taller. You're not a baller and all of that. Calling all black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our black-owned business, Give Black. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveblack.com. That is blackbusinessgiveblack.com. Let's rebuild our community's black bone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveblack.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. Home of Blow. The legendary Home of Blow. Welcome back to Truth in the Afternoon on 1017 The Truth. In for Dr. Ken Harris. I am your cousin sub of the day. I'm subbing for Dr. Ken Harris. We are in the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. 833-212-1017. Sister Lorena Sarvari, she said, hey, take it easy on us height challenge individuals. Be like, what?
Damn.
I like that, Brother Z said, couldn't hear you down there. What you say? So take that. Be like, what? You're going to learn today. So again, some of my best friends are short people. I had to use that one because, that's often used. Be like, some about, I'm just saying, you're going to learn today. Tanya on the YouTube channel said, nah, caller, people not addressing loved ones with mental illness. Yeah, they're not. And it goes back to the A word that I talk about that is so important that is missing, and that's accountability. So some people don't want to tell us about, oh, well, they supposed to be on their medicine or this, that, and the other until after they've done some craziness, and then they'll bring it out and be like, well, yeah, they expect law enforcement to know it like law enforcement is just riding around with your medical records just on deck. Your medical records are on deck. No, they get a call of somebody with a gun. They get a call of somebody with a weapon, threatening people. And they're going to be like, okay, first and foremost, we don't know the person's name, but yet we're going to run a mental health check to see if this is somebody. No, they're coming and they're going to stop the threat. If there's a threat going on, they're going to stop the threat. But then people that end up calling and end up saying, well, they didn't have to do that. Well, obviously you wanted them to do something because you called them. You couldn't handle it. So I'm just saying. But again, the lines are open, 833-212-1017. We're discussing the information that we have learned about from the official criminal complaint for the woman who has been officially charged for the murder of Renisha Butcher that happened on March 16th, 2025. And her name is April Jamil Mueller. April Jamil Mueller from Milwaukee, date of birth 10/10/75. So, yeah. And just the effects and the trauma, just what do you tell her children? What do you say? What do you say to children that are used to mom coming home, mom being so impactful and instrumental in their lives, and now you got four children that it's not that they didn't have a connection with the rest of their family, but again, now they have to just try to get all of that love from their other immediate family members. And then with this criminal complaint, be like, why? Because April just got mad. April Miller just got mad and felt like it was something. Felt like it was some. And yeah. So what should punishments be for people like that? And then, I had to make sure that people understood. They had saw two other people that had got charged with a homicide on 107th and Stark. Now, Bar 107 was on 107th and Granville. So those two that people start sharing the information saying, yeah, I'm glad they got him. And I was like, I had to make a post on my social media saying, look, those two are not, and they're still looking for a third person. Those two were not the ones involved in the murder of Renisha Butcher. They were involved in the homicide, and it was another woman. And it's crazy because it was a woman and her child. And they were obviously homeless because they were living in their car. And these two, one, they got a call, man, somebody parked in front of your house or they sitting in front of your house. And so they load up, grab a rifle, and got a rifle and AK rifle and a 9mm, and they roll over there. They pull up on the car. They pull up, they park, they pull up, walk up to the window. The woman wakes up startled and starts screaming, and they just open fire. It was over 19 gunshot holes in that vehicle. And it was a white car. So I can understand how some people, yeah, that was them. And it was a woman too. But yeah, like it's crazy. And a lot of us appear to be becoming numb to the situation. And I think we have to stay alert, and we have to stay aware, and we have to stay vigilant. We really do. We really do. Because the next criminal complaint or the next news story that you might hear might be about you. And it's crazy. So what do we do to, change the narrative? I think that it was very appropriate, and I think it should have happened a long time ago, that Bar 107 turned in their license. I believe that there would have been overwhelming community support, along with the alderwoman who spoke out right away, Larissa Taylor of the 9th Aldermanic District, speaking out, saying like this type of business and behavior that's allowed to go on with all of the different incidents that have happened there, that they won't tolerate it in the 9th Aldermanic District. And so she was ready to, start doing whatever she needed to do. But the owner ended up doing it first. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But we need to, we need to be able to hold the people that are going. And so when we come back, I want to talk about the people who are going to these establishments, because a lot of these establishments are trying to operate a great business, a safe business. But it's them people that come, some of those people that come to those establishments, that are the bigger issue. Got to get ready to take care of some bills. Again, the number to call in and give your thoughts, comments, and opinions, 833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talking text line. You can stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. While you're there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Homer Blow, your sub of the day, brought to you by Cousins Subs. All right, so I'll be black on 1017 The Truth. Holla black.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Finding stable housing shouldn't be a struggle. The Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center connects renters, property owners, and partners to the resources they need, whether it's rental assistance, legal aid, mediation, or tenant education. No matter what your situation is, you do not have to go at it alone. Get assistance today by visiting renthelpmke.org. That is renthelpmke.org, or stop by their office at 728 North James Level Street in Milwaukee. At the Milwaukee Rental Housing Resource Center, they are here for all your housing needs.
Are you looking for an opportunity to better the Milwaukee community? Do you want to develop your skills for a career or job? City of Milwaukee is recruiting for its 16th cohort of AmeriCorps members. We are hiring young adults ages 18 to 25 to serve our amazing scholars in Milwaukee Public Schools. This opportunity allows you to serve your community and gain professional development, which will allow you to enter the workforce, your next educational journey, or even stay with us for a second year of service. Visit cityyear.org to connect with our local recruiters and learn how to apply by Friday, March 21st.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Women's History Month. Listen to one of our incredible Truth teammates highlight the remarkable achievements of Black women throughout history.
Hi, this is Bailey Coleman from the award-winning 1017 The Truth. For Women's History Month, I want to highlight the woman known as the mother of Black Hollywood, Jennifer Lewis, for the incredible impact she's had on stage and screen for the African American culture. Now, Jennifer is known for her more than 3 300 appearances for film, television, stage, and cabaret, performing comedy and drama as an unforgettable lead or a scene-stealing supporting character. Jennifer has established herself as one of the most respected, admired, talented, and celebrated entertainers working today. These days, you may know her best as the hilarious mother of actor Anthony Anderson on the top-rated comedy Blackish. However, Jennifer earned her title as Mother of Black Hollywood by playing the role of Mama to some of Black Hollywood's biggest stars, including Whitney Houston, Tupac Shakur, Taraji P. Henson, and more. Jennifer Lewis has been honored with a host of awards for her work in numerous television shows and films, including the Emmys, NAACP Image Awards, and of course the Black Reel Award for Outstanding Actress in a Comedy Series. Her impact as a stabilizing, loving mother figure in films and television has made her a key figure and an unforgettable woman in the Black culture. Thank you to the amazing Jennifer Lewis for her contributions and for being the mother we all had in our favorite films and television shows.
Tune in to The Truth as we celebrate the greatness of Black women all month long.
Northbound 43, a slow ride out of the Marquette interchange, pretty much from Kilbourne all the way up to Keith. The southbound side's backed up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way down to the KK River. Westbound on 94, slowing from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. You're back on the brakes from just west of Moreland Road all the way to Brookfield Road. Southbound 43's got a heavy ride as well from just before Silver Spring all the way down to Capitol Drive. We've also got an accident off on the right shoulder at the Appleton Avenue on-ramp, so that is going to be causing some issues as well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, tonight mainly clear and cool, a low of 29. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and windy, a chance for afternoon showers, a high of 54. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The 38-30 Milwaukee Bucks will look to get back into the win column tonight. Head coach Doc Rivers discussing one of the issues facing his team.
We're in an offensive funk right now, and we have to get out of it. We'll work our way out of it.
They'll see if they can work their way out of it tonight in L.A. Tip-off is set for 9:30 against the Lakers. Over to baseball, where the Milwaukee Brewers beat the White Sox in spring training on Wednesday by a final of 5-4.
3-1. Fly ball right field. It is back and gone. Tyler Black with a 3-run homer to give the Brewers the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And lastly, the NCAA tournament will tip off today. Marquette set to play Friday night against New Mexico. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You got to have a neck to end up vibing to this, Glenn. You got to have a neck. If you ain't got no neck, you can't vibe to this song the same if you ain't got no neck. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the giraffes, too. They got that extra part of the neck. So hashtag to the giraffes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who you are. I mean, hey. Giraffes in the building. I'm not a giraffe, though. I'm just saying. I ain't going to sprain myself. Glenn, next, man. Thank you, man. That's that great vibe, man. I'm loving the vibe. I'm loving the vibe. Welcome back to Truth in the Afternoon on 101.7 The Truth with Dr. Ken Harris, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow. Of course, I am the sub, the cousin sub of the day. I'm subbing for Dr. Ken Harris, and is brought to you by and sponsored by Cousin Sub. Of course, the number to call in, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. I want to end up, going into now, like we're talking about problems, but, we can't talk about problems without solutions. And I see some comments talking about the mental health aspect of it, and I'm going to read those comments. But what I want you to start thinking of, and if you have some thoughts and opinions on it, please give us a call. Again, hit us up on the Truth Talk text line, 833-212-1017, or here on YouTube, as so many of you are doing, and I appreciate that. What is the solution? When I was going to break, I was talking about the fact that a lot of people open these establishments to just have people come out and be able to have a place to go and have fun and party, celebrate, go to a happy hour, go to a brunch, celebrating somebody's birthday, somebody's anniversary, and, or just to go out and party because you just, you've been working and you deserve a break and you want to go party. So what is it that the establishments need to do more of, in your opinion, or what is it that you expect from the establishment? Like, what is the level that you expect when you go and patronize these different establishments? What do you think could have and should have been done different at Bar 107 or any other place that ends up having issues? What are the things that need to happen? Because people are people. The bar, the lounge, the club, the hookah lounge, whatever it might be, it's a building. It's a building with furniture on the inside. And if it's according to what type of establishment, lights and all of that, the things that come along with it, with a DJ, or maybe it just has AI jukebox, who knows? But it's the temperament. And then you got to remember, when people are drinking alcohol, some people can tolerate it, and some people, when they get a little inebriated, it creates a bigger situation. So what do you think needs to be done? What are some things, some proactive things, and some preventative measures that you feel that these establishments need to make sure that they have in place? Because that's what's going to need to happen overall, in my opinion. Again, the number to call in, 833-212-1017. Let me go and talk about the fact that some of the people that were addressing the mental health part that I was talking about. Sir Chauncey, great evening. Love you, appreciate you. Said, great seeing you make yet another very productive and powerful grand cameo. Fill in on the truth today, and I just, as many other avid Truth listeners, definitely look forward to you continuing so. Well, me and Doc B will be in tomorrow, so I'll be filling in again on tomorrow. Tanya said, my brother had mental illness when I was growing up, locked up now, but we didn't play with him. Lock his ass up or get him some help. No whack happening on my watch. And if I think or feel it, deuces. Let's see. Tanya also said, venting, I wish people would have told me they loved ones crazy. It would have saved me a lot of time and energy. That's not fair. That part. Lana Banana said, we must stay woke. Straight kicking it with crazy people. Tanya said, for children and a fiance. Yeah, that part. Tanya said, they get locked away until deemed competent. Shaking my head. And let's see. I saw another comment where, what was it? LaRuthia Jones said, mental health laws make it so difficult to get people help. If they are reluctant starting at age 14, people have a right to decline services. And that is a problem. That is a problem, for real. Tanya said also, I shouldn't tell you this, but do you know that a doctor won't treat mental health illness with medication until they've seen a psychologist first? I mean, like psychosis or, okay. Lana Banana said, yes, Erykah Badu. What? Of course. Glenn is on it. He's on point. Larithia Jones also said people who are found to be incompetent are forced to get treatment at a mental facility. Once they get stable on meds, they will be charged because at that point they have regained competency. Larithia Jones also said, Tanya, the system is corrupted and they do what benefits them, not what's right. Tanya said, it doesn't matter who goes to these establishments. A fight can break out anywhere, and so can violence. I believe it's about knowing your environment. You can tell it's something is shady about a club. Okay, so, but even in that, when you say that, let's think about what you said. The most important thing, I mean, all of it, I'm not saying all of it is not important, but one of the most important points of it is when you said you can tell it's something, and I'm sure, if it was a different situation, yeah, it'd be stars, but you can tell it's something is shady about a club. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So when you say that you can tell, so what is that club or that lounge or that bar or a restaurant in this day and age not doing to where you wouldn't have to have that feeling? Which is where I'm going with as it relates to solutions. Because yes, it is true that you can go to these establishments and fights can break out anywhere, and so can violence. But there's also rules and a code of conduct. You get what I'm saying? That you have to enact. And even if some people say, they want you to do this, they want you to, yes, this is what's required if you want to come party here. Yes, this is what you have to adhere to if you want to come into this establishment. Now, you can try to call, like I said, racism, yes, we know it's terrible. But as I was talking to with Kyle Wallace on Truth to Power a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, racism for a reason. It's why that you hear so many people saying, well, nope, you can't have this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it's a reason, because if I see what has been a problem with other establishments being able to operate properly, then I need to up my ante. If there are more people that are coming at now that establishment may be closed and now they get ready to head to my spot, oh, no, we ain't doing that. We got a problem. We have a problem, and I am not about to be a part of it. I'm not. I'm going to make some different rules and stipulations for my establishment. I'm going to have certain requirements. I'm going to have a zero tolerance policy. You come in there, you want to get disruptive, you want to start arguing, you're out of there. And it is what it is. I'd rather give you a refund if there was a cover charge to get rid of you for whatever that cover charge was than to have you destroy my business and reputation because you want to act a damn fool. I'm just saying. So this is where I'm going with it. Denise Hennings, great evening. Love you. Appreciate you. E-Boogie, great evening. Love you. Appreciate you. E-Boogie said it's a damn shame that we need the National Guard out there just so we can have a little fun. That part. It's like you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. The number to call in, 833-212-1017. You can stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. While you're there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I am the legendary Home Blow. I'm your sub, your cousin sub of the day, sponsored by Cousin Sub on 1017 The Truth. We'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. We talk a lot about the unprecedented quality and service you get from Pella, but talking to the people who work there, you can tell how much they genuinely love what they do. Helping fulfill people's dreams is very rewarding to them, and it shows through their tremendous efforts. Pella consultants take the time to listen to each customer, finding the right solution that works for their home. They know that everyone's situation is different. Maybe you have a historic home you're renovating, or it's a new build with unique finishes. Pella designers can customize windows and doors to perfectly match any one-of-a-kind abode. They're with you from start to finish. It's like having a friend on call throughout the project and beyond. They don't disappear after the sale. So why wait? Get the Pella experience in this incredible deal. 0% interest for up to 6 years on brand new Pella windows and doors. Certain restrictions apply. Ends March 31st, 2025. Get started today at PellaWI.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Milwaukee, We Energies has raised rates 7 times in the last 12 years, and now they're planning new gas plants and extending the life of old coal plants in Oak Creek. They claim it's for economic growth and data center demands, but it's an investment scheme where only shareholders win. We need a mandate. No new power plants or coal extensions until affordability is guaranteed for all. Join us at the public hearing on Tuesday, March 25th at 1 p.m. at the Oak Creek Community Center Ballroom. It's time to show up, speak out, and demand change. Milwaukee, let's make our voices heard.
Truth Nation, gear up for a great time as Sports Milwaukee hosts Milwaukee Tailgate Week, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Set for April 24th to the 26th, Milwaukee Tailgate Week features a variety of gridiron activations for all ages, steeped in Milwaukee's iconic sports history, attractions, brews, restaurants, and venues. As the 2025 draft takes center stage in Green Bay, Sports Milwaukee and the Cream City are excited to welcome the football world back to Wisconsin. For tickets, go to visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate. Brought to you by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I host like that. I rock like that. I talk like that. I host like that. If you want to know how I'm going to do it, I'm Homer Blow, the legendary do it. I'm going to say we're black on the show. Welcome, Black to the Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, and I'm Homer Blow. I'm the cousin sub of the day. I'm subbing. If you put it all together, I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. And
welcome, Black. Welcome, Black. Live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Homer Blow. And for Dr. Ken, I am the sub of the day, Cousin Subs, sponsored by Cousin Subs. The lines have lit up, and so we're going to use this time to go to the lines. Up first, Lana Banana. Welcome to the award-winning 1017 The Truth from Milwaukee. What's your thoughts, comments, and opinions today?
All right, how you doing today?
I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Good. That was Diggable Planners, the rebirth of Slick Rick or something like that, right?
Rebirth of Slick Cool like that. Yep. Glenn on it.
Yeah, Diggable Planet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I like that. That's a New York slang, right? Okay. Do you think one of the solutions could possibly be that it could be a members-only club, and you have to have a dress code, and I don't know. What do you think?
No, it's really about what you think. I mean, there are people that have resorted to going to members-only type establishments, and again, it's just about how many cards do you want to have in your wallet or purse to try to get into all of these different establishments, or just keep showing your phone. Be like, hold on, I got to go through it. Hold on, I got it now. But yeah, some people are definitely going in that direction of a members only thing in hopes that they can, at least try to curb some type of preventative, being proactive about it instead of always having to be reactive to it is always a good thing in my opinion. But again, nothing is perfect. So it don't mean just because you got a members only, there's been shootings, there's been homicides, there's been all kind of things there, but at least you got all the information you need. You got all the information you need to turn over to law enforcement. So hopefully the family or the victims or whatever of these particular situations or the fights or whatever can get some justice because all that information is already right there.
Can it have bracelets instead of cards?
Huh?
Can it have bracelets instead of cards?
Who gonna keep wearing all them damn bracelets?
Just one.
No, you trying to put all of them on one? Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that'll be too much work.
If it sounds crazy, let me know.
No, it ain't crazy. It ain't crazy. No, it ain't crazy. It ain't crazy. That's my thing. It's not crazy. I understand it because again, Lana Banana, the whole thing is it's going to take us and throwing our thoughts and opinions in it that will hopefully bring about the change that we need. So I appreciate your call and I appreciate your ideas. And I think that, yes, some of that stuff will absolutely work.
Thank you.
All right, love you.
I appreciate you too, Homer. Love you too. Peace.
All right. My brother, Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe, welcome to the award-winning Truth 101.7 Homer Blow. What's going on with your family? What's your thoughts and opinions, bro?
What's going on, Homer? Can you hear me, bro?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Hey, here's the thing, man. When it comes, you remember the next best thing that Griff had back in the day, right?
Correct.
And our lovely friend got killed in there, and that's what destroyed, his dream.
Mm-hmm.
So when the club was going good, and when I told Griff, because I was working there, I was working in the back bar. That was the hood bar.
Mm-hmm.
The front bar was where all parties was. The back bar was where the ballers and, triple shot of Hennessy and it's $17 and they waiting for their $3 change, all that stuff. But anyway, I told Griff, I said, Griff, you know what, man? About 1 o'clock, we should just shut down. Because what's going to happen when we shut down at 1 o'clock? Folks going to look at their watch, and what are they going to do? They're going to go to the next spot.
Absolutely.
That's going to relieve all the drama that we might take on, because the drama normally jumps off at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1 o'clock, we close, y'all. Boom, they going to get that next shot somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, we didn't make it to that point because Griff was like, that's a good idea. I said, yeah, man, 1 o'clock, let them go. Let them go somewhere, and we good.
Mm-hmm.
So now when it comes down to security, you got security and insecurity. The insecurity is the security guards that just stand at the door with their arms folded. See, you need, say, in that establishment, I don't know because I don't go there, how many security guards were there, but you need securities in the middle of the flow, in this spot and that spot with eyes on everything, to where you see a little confrontation might be about to jump off as far as an argument, that the security is right there on the spot, and then it's diminished, But if you're just sitting back, an argument jumps off, and it might take about a minute to 2 minutes to really get it to where a punch is thrown. But if you can get there within that 1 to 2 minutes, things are broken up, you out the door, let's keep this party going on or whatever it is. So like I say, when you have an establishment, depending on the capacity, you need, that bar, I want to say I was in there one time shooting pool. And I want to say that bar needed to have at least 5 to maybe 7 security guards. I don't know if that's, what you think about that, but you need a security guard. And like I say, when you got security guards, they are looking at everything like somebody trying to steal something out the grocery store. They're like, hey, old girl kind of over keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to an establishment, security guard is definitely number one, but it's how they work. If they're not working and they just jaw-jacking and, checking out the women or whatever it is, or checking out the men, you're going to lose.
Right.
And then when it comes down now to the age group, that, you're 30 and older, you're 40 and older, at the end of the day, this person was almost 50 and look what happened. So it does come down, and I listened to you when you were talking about the bar downtown where they feel like it was racism or whatever. But you were right. It ain't about racism. It's about when you get this age generation in here and you want to stay open to this time, statistically, things go bad. Sad to say, but that's what happens.
Yep.
So you were totally right on that. I was with you 100%. You was like, hey, I'm sorry to say,
right.
I feel the same way.
I appreciate
so, like I say, at the end of the day,
I appreciate it, Rob. I'm gonna try to take this one more call because I'm going to be moving up to the ending of the show. So I want to just try to make sure that I get all of the calls that were on hold. So, but I absolutely I co-sign what you're saying, and I definitely understand it. And I love you, bro. I appreciate you.
Love you too, bro.
All right. Winky Blue, you're probably going to get the last word on the line before we have to wrap up. Great afternoon, Winky Blue. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your thoughts, comments, and opinions? And kind of get it in about a minute. In about a minute.
Good afternoon to you.
Great afternoon, man.
This is a real serious topic. I'll tell you something, man. Since this concealed carry has came along, and believe you, I'm not against guns, but it has turned good people bad. People that would normally let stuff go or just say cool, they all tough and hard now. I mean, good people, man, real good people done turned bad. I mean, I don't even want to be around them no more. So, and then in the club life, it depends on how the DJ. The DJ controls the vibe. If he banging all the way up out the door till they close at 2:30, then you sending that energy right on out the door. The DJ, that's why it's so important to have a professional DJ, especially if you got a young crowd, man, because you can bang them until they bang out the door. Now we got gunplay on the streets, up the street, everybody going out there wild. But a professional DJ know how to handle the crowd and bring it. You're a professional DJ. I mean, you've been DJing since you got 14 or something. We was kids. So a professional know how to bring that crowd, that music. Now, even if you got to throw some jazz, throw some old country western. But I don't know now. Country is becoming a big part of our young people.
Yep. I got to have you round it up because I got to just say my last words.
Okay, I'm out here, man. I'm out. I just want to throw that in. I'm good.
I appreciate it. And with that and his suggestion, I get it. And I am one that does that. But the Rob Lowe, who had called right before you, one of the things that happened at the Next Best Thing, Core DJ CEO Tony Neal was DJing that particular night, and he was doing a love music set. It was nothing but slow songs. He had already been playing love music for like 10 to 15 minutes. And that homicide that ended up taking place inside of there was off of slow music. It was off of a slow set. So although that is important and it can help, it is some situations where that didn't even help. Again, I want to thank everybody for bringing me into your homes, your vehicles, your car, your cell phone, however you're listening to your music. You're on YouTube watching me. I want to say I appreciate it. Again, I am the sub today. I'm Cousin Sub of the Day. And it's presented and sponsored by Cousin Subs. Again, I'll be black tomorrow along with Dr. B, Midwest Mixer, D-Boy Productions, 414 Troop. And if nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the afternoon, evening, night, early morning. Until next time, love you, babes. Talk to my agent. I'm up out of here. Peace.
Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live is back. March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join Thanasis Adetokunbo for a live show that's sure to entertain like none other. Last year, it was a surprise appearance from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. You never know what Thanasis has planned for 2025. Get your tickets to Thanalysis Live right now. Visit ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter for event and ticket info. It's Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Carbless. Also supported by the Prisoner Wine Company and McDonald's.
Milwaukee Black Talk.
And Joe Biden wasn't very controversial. He wasn't. Now, he might have done some things in his long, storied past, but if you all have been in the same line of work for 46 years, you probably have done some questionable things too. Joe Biden was a safe choice. He was a level of common sense. He was a level of stability. He was a familiar political commodity. Democrats don't have that right now. Democrats are caught with their pants completely down.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Raskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Deiser. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum,
I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people,